Atlantic barrier had been conquered. Radio was no longer a laboratory toy. It was a force that would change the course of the 20th century. In the late 19th century, the world was a silent expanse, partitioned by distance. Communication was tethered to the ground, moving only as fast as a telegram wire could carry it. These wires were the nerves of the world, but they were limited. They could not cross oceans without immense struggle, and they could never reach a ship lost at sea. But in 1887, in a dimly lit laboratory, Heinrich Hertz glimpsed the impossible. He observed a tiny, glowing spark jump across a gap in his experimental apparatus. With that spark, Hertz proved that invisible electromagnetic waves existed. They were moving through the air at the speed of light, silent and waiting to be harnessed. The discovery ignited a scientific race. In New York, the visionary Nikola Tesla dreamed of a world connected entirely without wires, powered by the very atmosphere itself. Tesla's ideas were grand and cosmic. He saw the Earth as a giant conductor. While he focused on the infinite, a young Italian was focused on the practical. In the attic of his family's estate, Villa Grifone, Guglielmo Marconi worked with stubborn determination. He wasn't a theoretical physicist, he was a builder with a singular goal. He meticulously adjusted his coherers and antennas. Day and night he experimented, believing that these invisible waves could carry messages across the hills of Italy. Then came the breakthrough. Without any connecting wires, Marconi pressed a key and a bell rang at the far end of the room. The silence had been mastered, but the world was skeptical. Scientists claimed the Earth's curvature would prevent signals from traveling more than a few miles. Marconi set out to prove them wrong on a global scale. December 1901, St. John's, Newfoundland. A stormy, wind-swept coastline. Marconi and his team struggled against the elements to receive a signal from across the Atlantic. They launched a massive kite-supported antenna into the howling gales. It was a desperate, brilliant attempt to catch a signal sent from over 2,000 miles away in Cornwall. Inside the shack, Marconi sat in near darkness, the receiver pressed to his ear. Through the deafening static of the atmosphere, he listened for a sign. And then, he heard it. 3 faint rhythmic clicks. The letter S in Morse code. It was the first transatlantic wireless signal in human history. The Atlantic barrier had been conquered. Radio was no longer a laboratory toy. It was a force that would change the course of the 20th century. Radio soon became a lifeline. When the Titanic struck an iceberg in 1912, it was Marconi's wireless that summoned help, saving hundreds of lives from the freezing depths. By the 1930s, radio brought the world into the living room. Families gathered around wooden cabinets to hear news, music, and the stories of a changing world. Today, we carry that legacy in our pockets. Every smartphone, every satellite, and every wireless connection is an echo of those first sparks in the dark. We live in a world without borders, united by a web of signals. From Hertz's spark to a globally connected planet, the story of radio is the story of us.